Okay, hi CoinRank. Thank you for having me here. I'm Asian on Pulse. Yeah, people can call me Asian. I've been with Richard Hart since day one of Hacks Live back in 2019. So that was the previous project, started as a DeFi pioneer project, and that did 10,000x in the last cycle. So Pulsechain, we were part of the sacrificial phase as well, the OG, if you can call it. So what is Pulsechain? Pulsechain is actually a layer 1 EVM compatible chain, a hard fork of Ethereum. So what Pulsechain did that none others did, it was giving the largest airdrop to the market, right? So if you have owned any ERC tokens before, the Pulsechain actually went to mainnet live, you might be able to check your address and might get some free token. So that's why it's called the largest airdrop. So Pulsechain, aside from just being a hard fork, it improvises on a few things. First, faster in speed. Second, cheaper in fees, and definitely a greener environment for the market, right? So it's just like any blockchain infrastructure, but layer 1 still possess the highest security as compared to other layers that we know in the market. Yeah, and that is what Pulsechain do. We came to Singapore like before token 2049, so we are here for the week. And in fact, there's a few events that was done before and during the token 2049 week. Here we have to shout out to a few projects that did amazing job, like Liquid Loans, right? And also for Moonex. So we are here in reality to try to let more people to know about Pulsechain, what Pulsechain is. So there was this event, it's called Conference X, right before it was on the 29th, right? So it was done at the Gardens by the Bay, and Liquid Loans was the title sponsor for it. So Liquid Loans is actually doing great work by representing Pulsechain to the market in this token 2049 week. Yeah. So for a few known bridge that we have in Pulsechain is that the official bridge is called bridge.pulsechain.com, and second, one of the largest cross-chain swap we can get is called LibertySwap.finance. So LibertySwap is doing great works, right? So LibertySwap connects like bridging from USDC, from Base, from BSC, from Ethereum, and even Arbitrum and Solana to Pulsechain easily within minutes. So here's a very great impressive works that the Pulsechain builders is doing, because none of them are getting paid to do all those things, right? They are just doing it for the organic growth of the chain. People want Pulsechain to do well, right? So every holders of Pulsechain, we are all contributing in all ways. Whether you are just launching a token on Pump.Tires, which is also built on the Pulsechain, similar to Pump.Fund, and whether you are just transacting like Pedias, a very great DEX aggregator where you can maximize the tokens that you are supposed to receive. Yeah, so we have all these amazing protocols and decentralized applications built on Pulsechain. So definitely a shout out to all these builders out there. Amazing work, and keep up the great work. And eventually Pulsechain is definitely going to grow as huge as possible. Something that we have to take note is that there was a case between Richard Hart, Hacks Pulsechain against the US SEC. And thankfully, like within this year, during March, we actually get the case cleared, right? So Richard Hart's team won against the US SEC. So that's a legal clarity that low percentage of crypto projects that is as big as Hacks and others that actually win against the US SEC. So this is something that on Pulsechain right now, if you are new to Pulsechain, you have never heard of Pulsechain, we have a legal clarity right there. So in the next 12 to 24 months, I would say it's all about the organic growth of the communities, right? So we can build amazing apps, we can build amazing consumer apps, or anything that is trending or the next narrative that could possibly happen. Why? Because Pulsechain is, like I said in the beginning, it's a layer 1 EVM, right? So it's compatible with all the EVMs. So it's not hard for builders to build on Pulsechain. Yeah, and down the road, we are pretty sure that everything is going on-chain, right? Look at CZ. They are all talking about PerpDex now. They are all talking about on-chain now, right? Being the largest SEX in the world. So this is something that Richard Hart has already predicted since beginning, and that's why we are, as a community that followed since day one, and any of the other OGs among the communities, we are building on-chain and doing everything we can to remove middlemen and have a trustless interactions between user and any protocols out there. So this is one principle that a blockchain should have, right? So blockchain is supposed to be a decentralization, supposed to be like transparent, right? Cannot be manipulated. So this is one thing that Richard Hart and the followers are holding on to. For this question, I think this is not for me to actually talk about it much. But like I said, as a community myself, as one of the builder in the space, we are trying to let more people know about Pulsechain. Whether it's through the core assets of Pulsechain, like Pulsechain, Pulsex, Hex, even Inc. directly, or from any of our DA applications or tokens launch that is built among the communities. Yeah, so these are the angle that we are looking at, right? So down the road, and why Liquid Loans and Moonex have shares the same mindset is that in APAC region, not many people know about Pulsechain yet, right? In fact, we are one of the loudest community on X. So if you are on X, and you can literally check out Asian on Pulse, the X handler, which is a mine account. So you can see that despite being a small number of followers, the organic traffic that we can get is huge. So that proves an organic traffic community that we have on Pulsechain and Hex. So many projects or many players out there, they might have been, doing all the manipulation, trying to make something look cool. But in Pulsechain, I would say it's pretty much very authentic, right? So this is something you couldn't find in many of other projects out there. So Pulsechain, after saying so much, right? Pulsechain also have the 5th largest ETH reserve in the world. So you can actually go to strategicethreserve.xyz to check it out. Pulsechain's ETH reserve is literally one rank below Ethereum Foundation, but it's higher than Coinbase. So look at the much of strength. It's a proof of reserve that Pulsechain has, right? So it's just a matter of time for people to start realizing what Pulsechain is and coming to also efficiently build something on Pulsechain, right? So to all the builders out there, do consider Pulsechain because we have one of the loudest community out there in the world, and Richard Hart is definitely one true leadership that we can get in this whole crypto industry, right? So yeah, check it out. Investors, let me just put it very bluntly. The entry that you can get right now on Pulsechain or any of the core assets or some of the projects out there, you are at a very, very good entry. Why would I say that? Because look at the chart. From all-time low, Pulse has only done 80% from all-time low. Looking at the chart, you can easily tell that the alt season is not really here yet, and same goes for Pulsechain, right? It hasn't really performed greatly yet. So bear in mind that Hex was the highest appreciating asset back in the last cycle, back in 2021. So it did 10,000x in 2 years. How, right? So being one of the early DeFi pioneer project on Ethereum, Hex proved the traction that we can get. So what makes you think that Pulsechain or Pulsex or any of the tokens we have on Pulsechain cannot do that, right? So this is one thing to look at it as investor. As for builders, if you are a professional developers and you are very familiar with EVMs, welcome to build on Pulsechain. Like I said, Pulsechain has a very engaging community, right? They could be really supportive if you are doing it the right way. Yeah, so feel free to check it out and build on Pulsechain. If you have good concepts, we all know that what it's like to be an early mover, what it's like to have a first mover advantage, right? So a first mover is very important. So we have to check it on Pulsechain, yeah. So if you are new to Pulsechain or you never heard of, that means opportunities, right? So get started early. Like I said, the entry is really, really awesome, right? You wouldn't regret it. And 5th largest ETH reserve, what else could you expect, okay? So check it out, loudest community out there. Check on X, follow Asian on Pulse, follow Richard Hart Win, and I'll see you on Pulsechain.